Well, hello. Hey, girls. How y'all doing? My name is Mikara Reid, and welcome back. It's another edition of MIIEN Consultancy's Pinterest Outfit Report, Professionals Edition. I do two types of editions, so that's why I'm saying Professionals Edition. But I am very curious to see what these analytics look like because the weather is definitely changing if you are in the northeastern part of the United States. And we've been dealing with a lot of, I'm going to say a nice little, back and forth with very, very hot weather, like 90 degrees, 85, 87. And then it'll go back to being cold, or I'll say mild. I'm not going to say cold because cold can be like -1 degrees. But I want to see what you guys are really, just impressed by, what the impressions are going to be, the saves, the likes, what is getting, the love from individuals. And also I just wanted to kind of just dabble into a couple of other different types of selling categories. So I'm going to see if it resonates. So if you're new to the Pinterest Alpha Reports, let me explain what it is. So every 60 days, MIIEN Consultancy highlights the top performing outfits from our own Pinterest profile. Me, Mikara Reid, which is the image consultant and stylist, which I break down each look, how it reads in the room, its impact on your own personal and professional brands, and the expert styling moves that refine and elevate your image. At MIIEN, our mission is to help you discover your fashion identity one client at a time. These video reports are your first step towards building a wardrobe with intention, or better, strategy inside our community that takes personal style a lot more seriously. So since this is every 60 days, I'm going to say the last one was from the beginning of the year. I'm going to say December 31st until like around March, the first week of March. And then I did the reporting I released the reporting in the middle of March. So if you guys definitely want to go check that out, definitely can. So this time the reporting was from that ending point, the previous ending point, which was March 2nd until May 3rd. So I am doing this on day May 3rd, and you guys will be getting this report in the middle of May to kind of get a nice little direction. I like to make these videos not only for you guys, but also for my clients to kind of just get a feel of what's about to start being picked up. What are people looking for? What should I start being planning for? Pinterest is really not just social media for us. It is a tool. So are you guys ready for the first look? Let's go into our Pinterest profile. I like to go into our analytics to kind of just show you how much we are really on Pinterest. I know a lot of the times people kind of ask like, why aren't you on Instagram and all the other stuff? But surprisingly, Pinterest is really like our number one driving traffic. And unexpectedly, I originally did not expect it to use Pinterest as that. I was just using it as a tool and also to communicate. I still do that within my team and clients. And also just for content, this is like the baseline of us, creating content. And then after that, it springs off of YouTube. And then after that, wherever else. But here is our first look. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm very surprised to see that our first look is bridal. This is a category that I said, you know what, let's expand and see how this would do. I'm gonna talk to my professionals, of course, because this look is awesome by a landslide. It is number one as far as impressions and engagement. It is number one. So professionals, let's get into it. My individuals, I know this is not your typical professional type of look. The look at a glance. This look ranked as a top performer during this reporting period. And the timing makes sense. It makes totally sense because bridal wear is upon us. Bridal wear United States is, I want to say it's around May. I definitely want to say it's starting April. I feel like it's April. I know I see bridal shows, being seen. Of course, the market, they want to be ahead of the season so that you guys have enough time to look, shop, buy, make alterations before, the herd does. So it totally makes a lot of sense. As we transition into warmer months, there's a noticeable shift in how people search and engage with fashion. And one of the strongest categories during this season is, it's obvious, bridal. I mean, I'm showing you guys the raw data. Three of the looks were bridal. I don't know if you guys kind of saw it, got a little glimpse, but it was bridal. So this is very interesting. So this is not going to be your typical type of report. So even for professionals who are not actively shopping for bridal, there is a level of curiosity and forward planning. Of course, you have to do that when it comes to bridal because this is one of those things where it's a dress that you probably are only going to wear once. And you're going to be spending a lot of money depending on who you are and how much money you want to invest in that dress. But also, this certain type of bridal wear, well, not certain type of bridal wear, but depending on how much money you spend on a price tag and just the fabric, it's a lot of delicacy that you have to go into when it comes to bridal wear. Not only is it a delicate type of fabric, you have to use certain type of machinery, and the handling labor of this dress takes a lot. It takes a lot more time because you cannot be rough with it. If you're rough with it, then you're going to destroy the dress. So people are looking for direction, ideas, and what's currently being presented in the stores, of course, because people look online. We have the world in our hands. So why not take advantage of it? Especially when you're at MIIEN Consultancy's Pinterest. So visually, this look stands out through its layered white fabric. Look at the sheer construction and the addition of the veil. It reads as soft and detailed and a highly intentional type of bride who just wants to be the show. I mean, of course, this is her special day, but some dresses are just very simple, but this one is beautiful. I mean, look at it. Look at the bodice. Look at the detailing of the veil. It has like very similar, it's matching of the bottom part of the dress. So the detailing is done very, very well. The more conceptual, it's more conceptual than your everyday wear, of course, because it's bridal wear. So that is my thoughts on the look at a glance. How this look reads in a room. White immediately communicates clarity, intention, and formality. In American culture, specifically, white is strong associated with bridal wear. It signals tradition, ceremony, and a very defined role. When you walk into a room in white in this type of context, people don't interpret it loosely. They understand exactly what it represents. Because of this, the message is clear but also very specific. The sheer layering just softens the structure. It introduces delicacy and refinement, but also reduces sharpness. The veil adds distance, and it creates a separation and limits visibility, which can make the wearer feel less accessible in a direct interaction. Together, the room reads this as formal and ceremonial, center of attention, soft, composed, and controlled, clearly positioned within a bridal or occasion context. This doesn't communicate everyday authority or leadership. It communicates a role that you're about to enter in, a moment in a tradition that you are creating. And it's understood immediately without even explaining. All right, let's go on to the next one. Brand or business. This is definitely going to be very, very short. Where this look actually works. Very obvious. Like I said, bridal. This isn't something you're going to wear into a normal work setting or down the street or when you're going shopping, and it's not supposed to be. So the very obvious where it works in bridal. And I'm going to say if you are someone in the creative field or does photo shoots, I would say a fashion like campaign that's centered around like a runaway bride or something in bridal where you can kind of repurpose that gown, or maybe you have an amazing style team or fashion team and you can kind of reconstruct that dress to something else for that photo shoot. But or maybe you're getting remarried again, but that's still bridal. Those are the only two ideas. But outside of that, it's not practical. You're not walking into a meeting or a client session or anything structured in this. This is a moment that you and your spouse has created, not for everyday professional life. So let's go on to number 4. What this outfit is doing for your credibility. In the right space, this can make you look very regal as a bride and as well as put together, but I would definitely say regal. Like you understand what you want, your body shape, and you are the center of attention for the day that you are embarking on with your partner. But in most professional environments, it doesn't help you. It actually makes it harder for people to read you quickly. So again, this is bridal wear. We can't really go into your credibility with this because this will land for personal styling. When it comes to personal styling, I'm definitely more lax when we are doing a styling or a consulting service because it's a lot more flexibility. But when it comes to professional, you definitely need to go along the lines of professionalism. So there's not much to say about this. It's bridal wear. So let's go on to the next one. My Mikara styling moves. Again, this is your big day. And looking back at this image, you want to definitely be very, very timeless. I honestly wouldn't do anything with this look. I don't feel like you need to remove any type of softness. I think the hairstyle is very appropriate and it's very clear of what is going on. I think this is very beautiful. So the style verdict, this makes sense for the season and the moment, which is bridal. Bridal is always going to get attention for right now or whenever the moment you are creating. But again, this is a moment type of look. It's not something that translates into your day-to-day or your business life. So take the idea, take the concept for whenever you are ready to have a bridal day, but not as a full outfit or for your professional work life. Very strong visual, but it belongs in its right context. If you're not following MIIEN Consultancy on Pinterest yet, girl, this is your sign. Our Pinterest is not just inspiration, it's direction. Every board is curated by certified image consultant and personal stylist Mikara Reid to help you build a wardrobe that actually works for you. On our style board, our most popular board, you will find visual tools used in real life developments. The same direction our consulting clients get available to you for free. If you were my client, takes you inside the actual pieces Mikara would recommend, styled, sourced, and selected with intentions. Color combinations break down how color communicates, not just what looks good, but what your color choices are saying about you before you speak. The glossary gives you the language of image and style so you can stop guessing and start making intentional decisions. In the MIIEN Zine, our editorial board, brings it all together with a fashion consultant's eye on everyday dressing. This is a professional style direction. No appointment required. Follow MIIEN Consultancy on Pinterest. The link is in the description. All right, so let's get into look number 2. Ooh, look number 2. Let's really dive into this. Okay. So we got a nice little polka dot little look, but it is very light. Let's get into the segment. So the look at a glance. This look is built on a strong feminine tailoring with a playful visual twist. With a nice little playful visual twist, in which is the bag, the accessory. The outfit features a structured blouse and a black and white polka dot print shirt, which is predominantly white and the dots are black, which I love because it's just lightening up the mood. It's paired with a softly pleated skirt, which is also white, that carries both volume and just movement. Look at the detailing at the bottom of the skirt as well. It doesn't fully show the detailing at the bottom all the way, but you do see that there is another type of pattern at the bottom as well. I love this. And do you guys notice this little the little initials on one of the dot, which is very clever. I'm very, very, very detail oriented. I love to pay attention to fine details when it comes to that. But let's get back to some more of this. The addition of the plush tone handbag introduces a nice little subtle, playful contrast, breaking up the monochromatic like palette without overpowering the white and black. From a garment perspective, the construct is, I love it. It's very ladylike. It's posh. The blouse offers a structure through its collar and fit, while the skirt adds a fluidity and just a fun, flirty type of shape. I honestly call this look the fun and flirty because it is the fun and flirty or the fit and flirty. I kind of just play around with both of them, both of those terms, but I say that because the top is very clean, is very close to your body. It's not tight where it's like skin tight, but it is close to your body. And then around the waist, it kind of just flares out. And that's why I say it's like fun and flirty or fit and flirty, because the bottom part is where it's like just playful and all that. So the overall aesthetic is just balanced, refined, and it's just visually polished. How this look reads in the room. In a professional setting, this look reads as stylish, ladylike, and detail oriented, but not necessarily authoritative. So hear me out. The polka dot print immediately just introduces a level of playfulness that shifts the perception and also just distracts. It also just distracts the viewer. So it shifts the perception of the wearer and also just draws a distraction for the viewer. While it communicates personality and just ladylike and creativity, it softens the level of seriousness typically regarding in high stakes environments. Again, this report is catered towards professionals since that is my target audience. You know who I style, whether it's retailers or professionals, that is who I am shaping to. But if you're into your personal brand, I tap into that too. So let's get into it. The use of white plays a key role here. White is often perceived as clean, fresh, pure, and it's intentionally, it signals clarity, openness, and a sense of reset. I love like an all white type of room or all white party. It just feels very refreshing. That's just me. And I just feel clean as well. I don't know what it is about just things that are all white. You have to keep things very pristine. But let's get back to this report. In many settings, it can elevate a look by making it feel polished and just pristine. However, when paired with a playful print like a polka dots, and also this print at the bottom of the skirt, that sense of clarity shifts into something more approachable than commanding if you're in that strong, high stake type of business setting. What's also consistent with this report is that color and visual lightness are dominating. Lightness meaning the light color is ushered all the way up to the front. There's a clear shift happening where the community is leaning into a quote unquote clean slate, as I would like to say, because white, I just feel like it's just a clean slate approach into fashion this season. Lighter palettes with subtle intentional pops of color, like this blush handbag seen right here, is definitely piquing a lot of people's interest. This look aligns with the shifts, but the print pushes it slightly outside of professional restraint. Brand or business, where this look actually works. This is where distinction matters. For business, particularly in high stakes corporate or high decision or just, top leadership decision making environments, this look falls short. The polka dots introduces too much of visual informality, which can dilute authority and distract from your own presence. For brands, especially personal brands, strictly personal brands, this look is highly effective. It communicates tastes, it communicates personality, individuality, and a strong sense of style identity, something I specialize in, hint hint. Now, if you're in a creative field or entertainment type of field, client facing roles with flexibility or platforms where visibility and personality matters, this outfit is going to exceptionally do well, especially if you are face to face or you're doing like a talking type of engagement, baby, the eyes are going to be on you. The garments themselves are not the issue if you are in a high stakes type of leadership, corporate type of setting. It's the context in which they're being placed in. What this outfit is doing for your credibility. This outfit builds relatability and likability, but not necessarily credibility in more formal or high stakes professional settings. Again, I'm going to keep saying that. The silhouette does a lot of the heavy lifting. It's tailoring, it's strategized well, and it's very well proportioned, which supports a very polished ladylike type of image. However, the print just disrupts that structure by introducing a level of just a casualness. This polka dots is not very much so accepted in the business. You may see males wearing like very tiny polka dots on their ties, but as far as having like these big dots on it, like you're a Dalmatian dog on your collar shirt, it's just not very much so welcomed. Credibility, especially in business settings, often rely on clarity and control and presentation. This look communicates confidence in personal style, but not authority in decision-making environments. It positions the wearer as expressive rather than commanding. Mikara's styling moves. The strength of this look is in its construction. The silhouette is already doing the work, as I mentioned before, structured through the blouse, the defined waist, the balance with the movement of the skirts, as well as just the pattern of each of the garments. That foundation should be preserved. The primary adjustment is in the print as well as the color selection when it comes to the professional environment. Replacing the polka dots with a more of a solid tone or solid color would be a lot more better, or a low contrast pattern would immediately elevate the look. A clean White blouse would even be better, or even a soft neutral variation would maintain the freshness while reinforcing authority. The use of color should stay, but remain strategic. The blush handbag is a strong personal styling choice, which I honestly love because I love me a good pop of color and color blocking, because this introduces a subtle pop without competing with the outfit or whatever you have going on for yourself, for your internal assets, as I would say. That approach aligns with what we're seeing in this data. Lighter palettes, lighter colors with control accents are outperforming heavier traditional styling. If this look were being refined for business, the move would be to remove the polka dot entirely, as well as the skirt. I would go more of a conservative type of a color and patterns, and not the conventional. The polka dots in the designer skirt needs to be relocated to a personal style. The style verdict. This look sits in a very specific lane. From a personal brand perspective, it performs exceptionally well. And as you can see, I mean, it's number 2. It communicates identity, tastes, in a clear point of view of who you are. It shows personality. I mean, not every woman is going to mix up polka dots, shirts, and then this unique design at the bottom of the skirt. Would you do this? Let me know down below in the comments. It feels strategic. It feels styled to a T, to a person's personality. It's like you're wearing your own type of nuance, your taste, your thoughts on your clothing. It's aligned with the current shifts towards a lighter, clean slate dressing with a subtle color integration. From a professional standpoint, particularly in a high stakes or authoritative driven environment, it does not fully align. The polka dot print introduces a level of informality that undermines the otherwise strong silhouettes and polished construction. The garment itself is not the issue. In fact, they are well designed and highly functional. The limitation is in how they are presented, which is the design or the print that's selected for the construction, which is the polka dot. Perfect for personal brands, misaligned for high stake business. Overall, it's a strong look, just not for the room that requires authority over expression. If you are looking for your next source of style direction, I invite you to follow MIIEN Consultancy on Pinterest. We're constantly sharing curated image, outfit inspiration, color combinations, and short reels designed to help you think more intentionally about your wardrobe and the image you present in professional and personal spaces. It is also where our community conversations begin. You can start a discussion around a look that caught your attention, or join the next report as we prepare for our upcoming Pinterest Alpha report this July. And for those who are ready to go deeper in defining your fashion identity, you can join Extended Play, our YouTube membership. Inside, you'll find extended episode, exclusive case studies, and behind the scene conversations that go beyond what we share publicly. Until next time, continue observing the details, because the way you present yourselves always communicates something. We'll see you in the next Pinterest outfit reports.